Hi guys, it's Matt here from the Forex Coach. We are still in this FTSE 100 from last night, or from yesterday morning actually, and we've held it overnight, and I'll just go through some of the analysis and have a look at that now. We've had no other trades. We had the two winners yesterday on the dollar CAD and Aussie dollar, and we've been holding out on this FTSE. So we got in yesterday, we had the run up, and we was looking for a break of this moving average, this 50 period in this trend line. It never happened. It started to roll down, so we had a bit of leeway in our stop loss. We wanted it to be under on the daily chart, this 200 period moving average, which it has gone through and hit. So what we need to see now is a real reaction off this, and it really starts to turn around now on this 1 hour and 4 hour chart. So I mean, as far as the 4 hour chart goes, it's still got this potential to now come back round and, you know, get this sort of positive or these green bars, and then, you know, this positive histogram. So it's still got the potential to get up there, and I would like it to, you know, push up and fill some of this empty area up here where, you know, we've had this good run down and it's kind of make a bit of a pullback. So but we need to see some price action coming in order to do that, because it has got some momentum to the downside now. So we've got the 4 hour candle closing in a couple of hours at 10 o'clock, or just under 2 hours. So I think this 4 hour candle is probably going to be the crucial one for us, because if it closes negatively down like this, then, you know, we've got the potential for it to carry on moving. If we can get it to push back up and close a bit more bullish, then, you know, then we should be looking okay for this to continue. So last night it actually closed last night pretty much at break even, as you can see here on this candle, which is kind of an indecision candle, looking at that, how that's closed out. So there's still indecision there. As I always said, that it had the potential to come down and hit this 200 period moving average. It's done that now, so it's satisfied that, and let's see whether it can push up or whether it's going to be a stop out. I'm going to stick with the stop as it is. It may just come down and stop us out, but it's just a matter of waiting and seeing now what happens. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll look out for any other trades. Just have a quick look. Couple of other markets, just so we've got an update of what's been going on. I know Euro's been really strong, that's pushed higher and higher. So on the hourly chart, it's had a real good run up there on the 1 hour chart. How's it looking on the dailies? Yeah, so, you know, I was talking earlier on in the week saying it looked like it had that potential to push higher and break some of this trend line that I put across here, and it has. So the analysis was right on there. Unfortunately, we didn't get a long trade set up. We got a short trade set up, which I ended up cutting, but we never got. And I said, I cut it because looking at the price action, I was saying it looks like it could push higher, but we never got the long trade set up in order to take the entry. So unfortunately, you need your setup criteria to match in with your analysis in order to get the trades off. But yeah, so Euro's been strong. Let's have a look at the Aussie. And the CAD. So we took the trade yesterday. So we had a short trade here. We had this move higher, and then it's come back off again. So yeah, I mean, I would have been interested in looking at the short side of this, to be honest. Dollar CAD here, if we had have got a setup. But again, we've unfortunately not got the setup in order to take that trade. So just looking at what time of day this was when this move started to come back off. So 3:45 this morning. 3:45 this morning, that started to come back off there. So yeah, okay. So yeah, we've missed out on that. And similar sort of thing with the Aussie. So we took the long trades yesterday on the 15-minute chart. Just trying to look where that was. I think that was over here. Yeah, it was over here. We got out just above the high, and then it really has come off quite heavily since then. So this, I believe, has also got potential on the 4-hour chart. Okay, it's looking like it. I'd like to see this get to the oversold before I'd be looking at taking long trades on that, but it's got the potential, because we've still got on the 4-hour chart this 200 period moving average untested, and we've got this 100 period moving average here untested for a while. So I wouldn't mind seeing this a turn back round of this and it to push higher again. Looking at the daily chart again, it's got the potential for this histogram to turn around and turn positive. So yeah, the Aussie's got some potential to the long side to have a bit of a run up at some point, but we'd need to be able to get a decent entry on that to make that happen. Don't really like this CMO being up where it is. Bit of a weird price action, sort of consolidation here, which makes it look usually, you know, you've had a downward run, consolidation, you know, slight retrace. Usually you would then get a continuation of this this move, and ironically it's actually got overbought at this, you know, according to although it's gone sideways, it's got overbought according to my CMO. So another run down of that would then tie in and satisfy the CMO on the 4-hour chart. So the next couple of next 8 hours, if this came down further, we had this come down a bit more, and then we got the setup on the 15-minute chart for it to start to turn back round up, then that would be potential to get in long on the Aussie dollar. So that's a potential trade. So, you know, there's a few options there. We've only looked at a couple of markets, but as you know, I've got my EA, which is basically my expert advisor, that takes into consideration a few criteria, some moving averages, some of my indicators down here, and it will basically alert me and take an entry, if I allow it, on a potential trade. What that does is it saves me having to sit here monitoring 20 markets 24 hours a day. What I can do is just get an alert when something potential sets up, and then I can look at it and look at the high time frames and then decide whether it's something I want to take or not. Okay, just back, and it's just 10 AM, and we've actually pushed back up on this 4-hour candle. So at one point it was looking like it's going to be a stop out. It got very close to our stop loss there, as you can see. The low here compared to the stop loss just done there. However, we've just had quite a strong close up on that hour bar, and then if we go to the 4-hour chart, we've closed almost back up within this price envelope. So you know, it's still got a lot of work to do now to turn this corner, but we're looking for another move up on this bar. If we can have a strong close on this next 4-hour, then we can hopefully look to see this sort of turning back up. Okay, just back, and have been stopped on the UK 100 long trade. It has really come off here. It's just taken out the low that it made on the last 4-hour bar. It's moved down pretty quickly. So there's always the possibility that this could now turn around and come back up, because I still do feel that there's got to be some sort of bounce here and some sort of filling of this the gap over here at some point. But as far as the trade goes, it was taken off the 1-hour chart, and it's been a stop out. Now it may actually set up again on the 1-hour chart over the next few hours, so I'll have to wait and see what happens with that. If it does set up, then I may have to have a second attempt on this trade. Hi guys, it's Matt here, just back, and I've just entered a quick long on the Dow. It's just basically playing a bounce here. We've come down to the weekly price envelope down here, and just playing on the oversold signal that I've got here on the 5-minute chart for a bounce up to around this level. And the other trade I've just got on at the moment is a euro dollar short. So if I just go to the chart here, it's taken off the 1 hour chart, and we're just looking for a rollover here and back down to around about this level, which ties in with previous support around here. So just a pull back down to there on this trade. Okay, so just back, and I closed half of this Dow Jones trade off just around up this level here, and what I do is I'm going to hold out for the rest up until target. I may just try the stop up, and I can trail it up to the lows now, and we'll just sit and wait how this plays out. Be a fairly quick trade, bearing in mind it was taken from the 5-minute chart. Okay, just back here, and hopefully looking like we're going to push up to this target price here on this Dow long trade that we took. So we're just waiting for it to push up. We want a break of this high and potentially a touch of this moving average here. In fact, I've just noticed that we've got this resistance here, so I'm just going to manually close out this this trade. Hi guys, just back, and I'm just about to close half of this euro dollar short position. And the reason being is that it's had a good run down, to be fair, and it's just hit this price envelope on the 4 hour, so it can always push back up higher from here. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to move the stop down now to just above the high here. So just managing this trade accordingly. It's had a good run already, and banking a bit of profit there. Hi guys, just back. I've not been able to give full details this afternoon because I've actually been on the phone to one of my indicator and expert advisor developers. So we've just been going through a few bits and pieces. But anyway, we had that loser this morning on the FTSE, unfortunately. To be honest, it looks like it's going to set up again, although I'll probably be reluctant on taking that tonight, although I may do. But we did get stopped out on that in the end anyway. But I still think that there's potential there for that bounce on that particular market. But we have had two winners. So we had the winning long on the, which was off the 5-minute chart. The winning long off of here this afternoon, and we've also on the Dow, and we've also had the Euro trade as well, which we're still in. So Euro dollar, we've closed out half now, and we're just waiting to see if we can get down to target with the second half. Just down here.